This isn't professional. You know that, right?
Welcome to Aluminum Spork.
That's an interesting pronunciation.
Come to talk.
Excuse me?
The pronunciation of aluminum?
Wait till you see a sport.
To UFOs that float around. Giants of the past, prophetic signs that last, archaeological fights, and strange unexplained lights. Aluminum Spork, where truth and legends intertwine. From pyramids to guidestones blown, to secrets carved in ancient stone, we're diving deep into the unknown. Hancock's theories we explore,
Like I'm tripping looking at them.
while Congress opens UFO doors. From Göbekli Tepe's rise to jellyfish in darkened skies, mound builders of old, stories left untold, hidden history's core. We're questioning it all. Aluminum Sport, your weekly dose of mystery.
Those are tongs.
Close, yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
love truth's hidden way. Join us as we investigate where conspiracy meets reality and history holds its secrets tight. On Aluminum Sport tonight.
That's not real. It's not even flat.
You know, they got it all confused. Good evening, everybody. It's Saturday night. It is the main Aluminum Spork night, and we are here to talk some crazy stuff. Things that are just lining up for a terrifying inauguration day. Potentially, hypothetically, somethingly, so YouTube doesn't strike me. We are live on the YouTube, we are live on the Rumble, we are live on Twitter, and I am Scott. This is Aluminum Spork on Sporky News Podcast, the greatest channel. Wait a minute, what was it again?
I thought you were reading it. I'm like, he's gonna nail it. He's reading it.
I totally banked that one. I was gonna bank it, and I totally flubbed it. Most trusted utensil channel on any platform.
Oh, that makes it sound like we're a channel about utensils. The most trusted utensil themed channel.
Themed on my retweet. That's why. Okay, yeah. Let me try that again. The most trusted utensil themed channel on any platform.
That's right.
Sporky News Podcast.
Eat it, Wapo.
Boom. With me tonight is the lovely, the terrifying Tina Bojan.
Well, okay.
Hello, everybody. I think this channel is important enough to get one of the 2024 United States elections. The Electoral College has confirmed Donald Trump as president-elect. So,
thank you.
woo-hoo.
Thank you. We are that important. And we also have somebody very important. I call him my OC brother or my OC bro. It's Mad Cheesemo. How are you? Madtorious. He is. He is. What's Gucci, my ninja?
Brap. What's Louis, my killer?
Oh, shwoom. What's Versace, my bocce?
What's, damn it?
I don't know any others. What's Hilfiger? No.
No, go ahead.
No. We're gonna leave that one right there. Anyways, you know what I found today?
You're on something.
I don't know how old this is, but that is a old
iPod Mini.
an iPod Mini. We found it today. I'm gonna give it to my daughter. She can use that.
Was it next to, I don't know, fossils of a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yeah,
Oh
it
boy,
was
I
next to my.
struggled trying to think of
Yeah,
a
that was
dinosaur.
rough, dude. I was just about to say it was next to my beeper. The ones
You
that
better be
color up.
careful. When those
911.
you could get, when your beeper keeps beeping, you can get caught like that.
Yeah, no, you gotta have the vibrate one and turn off the colors. And then if it's 911, yo, stop at a payphone, something's up.
Dude,
No one ever
I
beeped me though.
remember when all those beepers exploded on people or whatever? I made that joke on Twitter about, I guess they got caught because their beeper kept beeping. The Dr. Dre, right? And no one. So,
What? No one caught that?
well, no one. I'm shadow banned for whatever reason. I think it's
Yeah.
because they're intimidated by my great.
They don't
tweets.
have you on Black Twitter.
Oh man, I would roll over there.
You
But,
would. You're adjacent.
I am. Fun fact, I just found this out. My N-word passes, I get 2 a year. They don't roll over, so I wasted those 2 last year. And
Damn it, New Year's Eve.
but no, so on streams, I would be like, I guess they got caught because their beeper kept beeping, and it gets silence. It just fell on dead. Oh my gosh, too many white friends.
One of those. Damn honkies. What up, crackers? So we have stuff to talk about tonight, people. All right. Dr. Greer. Someone gave me the message.
boy.
It might have been Brian. I don't remember who told me, but on Newsmax. Oh no, it was Jonathan 93 on News Nation. I guess right now he's supposedly dropping the knowledge on UAPs and the United States government. Jane's probably watching that too because she's so into that.
Hey Jane, can't wait to hear your thoughts on my koala video.
Yeah, because he was been talking about that like nonstop. He's like, "Oh God, I can't wait till Jane tells me about my koala video." I was like, "Yeah, word," and he was like, "Word." Jane knows so much about koalas.
Verbatim. That's how that conversation.
That was it. I mean, I don't even have to. I don't need laughter. That was just truth. So we're going to be discussing tonight first and foremost something that's actually quite terrifying. Recently. As of like yesterday, I believe, there is the largest maker of drones in the world, and I want to say it's DJI. Did I screw that up? It's oh man, did I totally screw that up because I changed the page? I want to say, yeah, it is DJI. DJI is the largest manufacturer of drones, Chinese company, Chinese national company. Took the geofencing software and pretty much shut it off on all drones. Now, what if you don't know? Hey, Spork, what's geofencing? Well, my 15 minutes of checking it out, I am an expert now. That's why it's in the title. Geofencing is a GPS mapping software that prohibits drones from going into airport space, over the Capitol, over the Washington, over the White House. It literally was a software that kept cities safe, kept major monuments safe, major important buildings and infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the Chinese company decided to we're turning that off. It's not a political thing. It's just, we don't have to be the ones that actually add these to our drones. We're not the ones in control of this. So please.
Well, is it similar, just to give people an idea of, remember in Jurassic World Dominion, when all the birds were being wouldn't fly in a certain area because they had like a signal they would send out and it would stop them from getting too high or into that area? It's like the same idea.
It's the same idea. Yes. Yeah. So now
they took the dino technology and put it to drones.
Right. So what does that mean? So yesterday, only a few days, maybe it was 2 days. Let's just say, give it 5 days before the inauguration. Hello, culture.
Right.
They took the geofencing out, which means drones can fly over the outdoor inauguration of Donald Trump. That means a mass amount of drones can fly over, and people are like, okay, just because it's a Chinese company, it doesn't mean anything's going to happen. Well, Xi Jinping, or whatever his name is, the leader of China, just decided not to go to the inauguration, which he was invited to, for security and safety concerns.
So
That's
do you think that's
terrifying.
why? Do you think that's why they moved the inauguration inside and they're using the
Plus, it was
weather as the
cold as shit.
excuse?
I
Yes,
mean, it was cold.
because it's not going to be as cold as it was supposed to be
Mhm.
Monday. Now that's Tuesday.
Well, so what's interesting though is not even as if China would have to be the ones
It was
that
going to be.
that that initiated any type of action with drones. Just them shutting it off opens it up to all kinds of nefarious
Havoc.
actors in the world that
Yeah.
could do it. So it's not
Any
even they don't have to do it directly.
So,
exactly.
I got to ask you a question.
Please.
Wouldn't that mean the drones would have to be online?
Yes. Well, online, yeah. I mean, we do have a good source saying someone shot down a Chinese satellite, in the last, what was it, week? And there's footage of that too coming down in middle America. So, but I mean, who's to say you can't have a drone that's just offline and only responding to your controls?
Let me add some context.
Yeah, please do.
You can build your own drone.
Yeah. Yes.
So, in fact, you can 3D print almost every single thing other than the motors themselves.
Mhm.
You can get yourself your own printed circuit board. You can order that, which would handle all the flight controls and everything else. So, the idea of geofencing is just for the produced drones from companies that produce them. DJI makes a lot of stuff. I actually use DJI equipment regularly. I have a DJI drone, not that I'm going to be anywhere near that, but I also have DJI microphones. I have the high-end audio equipment that I use for recording remotely or even at events like AmFest.
Right.
That's DJI.
Yeah, they're a large corporation,
But
but
they produce a lot of quality electronics. And again, are these drones connected to the internet? Largely, no.
Yes. No,
Okay, so
no.
we
drones
can block
themselves, no.
frequencies just like what we did in Iraq. We would have the Duke, and there was something that came after that, right? And it would send out a signal that would interrupt or stop any type of cell phones or whatever that were trying to set off IEDs as we drove by.
That's
Fun
actually
fact,
called a stopgap transmitter.
Yes.
that's what I was about to say. My fun fact was that it's called a stopgap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No. Just that I feel better when we trample over Matt. It's more fun.
My actual
Go
fun
ahead.
fact was that we were driving around for probably 3 weeks. We went in because they had to do some a check on it, and they're like, oh, click. Wasn't on the entire time. There was something unplugged or some shit. So we've been rolling around Baghdad for weeks with this thing not even working. But anyway.
Yeah, and Jane puts something good. It is the FAA still regulates drones, and it's not China's responsibility. But let's stop playing devil's advocate and let's just realize 5 days before the inauguration, they shut off the software that stops you from flying over Washington, D.C. with a mass amount of drones. I mean, they literally, that was a slap. And Jane said, I think that was the best thing you've said today, because you say great things. So far, Jane.
Yeah.
Our government banned TikTok, so China said bet.
No. And I love that. And you know what? This is super fun because I feel like I'm now on TMZ. But all of a sudden, I'm going to tell you that most people aren't connecting their drone to the internet. Most people wouldn't be able to disable the geofencing. Most people, so it has to be a nefarious actor. I don't doubt those exist, and they would circumvent any of that anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Right.
But what I do know is that there's an army of drones that have already been tested in the DC area. I hope you have that story available to talk about the fact that they've been testing them around DC and their sensors and everything else. So if the inauguration were being held outside, which it is not,
not anymore.
Yeah, so I came into the Aluminum Spork to tell you you're wearing tinfoil hats. Apparently,
well, it's right here. Yeah, tinfoil hats right in the box. And that's what we're all about here, tinfoil. Because just because it's indoors doesn't mean a drone can't carry a payload.
Oh shit! I just realized I've been using a saran wrap hat.
That doesn't work as well.
Idiot!
Oh,
You just stop doing that.
Right next to each other in my cabinet.
I'm just gonna
You should-
say, I really appreciate your chops, bro. I mean, you're becoming a different kind of a Hancock guy. So well done.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Wh-
That's
wh-
my whole plan.
Yeah, whip out your Hancock. I'm just
It's all
saying.
about Hancock. Hey, that's what my channel's about because we go down the dirty rabbit hole, not even the clean one. That sounded really
You and Neil
bad.
You and Neil Gaiman.
Yes, sir. Whoa. But you could, yeah, our laws stop you, but if you're not following our laws, who cares?
Wait a
Well,
minute.
Luckily, we all know criminals are very law abiding.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
they
they
are.
are law abiding. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
They're
That's why
tinfoil
gun laws
experts.
work so well.
Yeah, I mean, look, I actually did have that up, and now I can't find it. So we're gonna go to someone we should all trust when she speaks. Okay, hold on. Well, here we go.
Wait, you mean Tina?
Well, Tina's number one on my list, but
No, well, wait.
Oh,
Oh.
you better trust what Tina
into
says.
Washington from West Palm Beach yesterday afternoon, and we're approaching into Washington D.C., making our way to land at DCA. And the pilot comes on, and he says that he's having to reroute and come in and land from another direction due to unauthorized drones over the White House. I mean, you talk about shocked. Everybody was looking around like, what? Did we actually hear the pilot say that? I immediately sent a message to Homeland. We've got to have a hearing on this. We need to investigate this. We need answers immediately. But I want to take this to another level because the news came out today, Sean, and I'm sure you saw it. The Chinese drone company DJI,
boom.
which really
DJI.
dominates the marketplace, the majority of the marketplace with drones. They just lifted their geofencing restrictions on their drones, meaning that their drones will now be able to fly over our military bases. They will now be able to fly over the White House. And this is all because of the Chinese company DJI has lifted that geofencing. This is a direct threat to our national security by China because we know companies in China are owned by the Chinese government. And I'm calling for swift action with our incoming administration. We should ban these drones. We should not allow them to be flown in our airspace. They should not be sold in the United States of America. This is reckless and dangerous, and it's an endangerment to our national security.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. I just
He's a dork. Yeah. Look, she can always be a little, but going back to like Jane keeps saying laws and laws keep most people safe. Yeah, that's true, but not bad actors, not foreign adversaries, not anyone who thinks Trump is dangerous. I mean, look what happened just at least twice that we know of before the election. I mean, people want this man gone, and that's from 4 years of telling us he's Hitler. I mean, and that's just American born. So it worries me.
It's springtime for Trump in the United States.
What was
Daffodils are grown.
it's springtime for Hitler.
Was that Willy Wonka?
No,
No.
close.
It was the producers.
Yeah.
You were very
Producers, great movie or play.
close. Look, this is why I love this show.
Yes,
I
please.
get to come on here and fact check
And
the shit
eat.
out of you guys.
Yeah, please fact check. It's steak.
When was the
I think-
last time you had a meal that you weren't on a stream?
Steak was 2 nights ago. Last night was pizza. So today is.
He does a
something
lot of
different.
steak. He does a lot of
And
steak.
it's actually it's homemade fried chicken.
Oh
Okay,
man,
there you go.
the Boston cook.
I got steak on my plate. Make them steak, and I was taking some money to make.
I'm gonna have steak again this coming week. I've already got the steak plan. Oh,
Jane, I love you. Yes. The first one was definitely real.
oh gosh,
Okay.
guys,
There was
stop.
no ketchup. Let's go this route. They weren't even looking in the right direction when that guy shot at Trump. Most likely it was a state or local cop that stopped that he didn't kill him, but on the 8th shot, a local cop shot at the same time, which may have hit the dude's gun.
I'm actually sharing with you a video.
Oh, please do.
Which will certainly help you out with.
They got him. 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 And in the event that this really is like the end of TikTok in America, which I still don't fully believe, but yeah, I'm gonna say it. They got him. The three-letter agencies, the government, whoever you want to say, they got him. He's not going to be inaugurated. He is going to be punished for his crimes, both proven and still in the works, I think. But yeah, I don't think he's going to take office.
What's that white
and
stuff
even
on the
if
corner of his mouth?
You know who we want to take office doesn't. Honestly, like as long as it's not him.
Wait until you find out JD Vance is far more capable of being in the government system and getting shit done.
Dude,
that's not much better.
That son of a bitch is smart.
I mean, we heard that his inauguration was moved inside because of security and not because of weather, like he said. So, I don't know. Also, I saw a bunch of pictures this morning that NYPD is there. I don't know if that's like the norm or a regular thing just to have extra.
That's not real.
NYPD loves him
or whatever.
That's
but
why they're there.
NYPD is there, lining the streets, and I know you MAGAs absolutely love it when I say this, but psychic talk and intuitive talk, yeah, they are still standing by their stances. Something's gonna happen. He's not gonna
standing
make it
by their stances.
With some like
this guy's a moron.
Even predicting that there's gonna be like a great switch.
I wish we could have paused it so many times because
we'll see.
The amount of banananess is insane.
Well, first of all, he's Trump derangement syndrome.
Can I just say I'm really bummed out that TikTok's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Nut bars like this dude. I downloaded this specifically for you, Scott. So
thanks, man, because this guy's a nutbag. And
Kronos called him Andy Dick's little brother. I'm like, my immediate thought was like, yeah, but somehow he's gayer than Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, you have no idea. This guy's TikTok page is like a smorgasbord of insanity.
How dare him juxtapose to combine psychic talk and intuitive talk? No. You can't link those two things. It's so also it took me so long to figure out who him was. Because the first 20 seconds, they got him. Like, and is the conceit of this that now that Trump is going to shut down TikTok, the FBI is like, well, that's just too far. That's a line that can't be crossed. No,
what he's saying is TikTok's being banned, so I can get away with saying this now.
Oh, that's what he was saying? Okay.
Right, because their side loves talking about murdering people, while our side is just like, okay, get him out of office. It's a little different. I mean, they literally want him dead.
Different scale.
Yeah, so, I mean, the guy's a dad, whatever.
To sum this up, based on his psychic and intuitive feels in seeing NYPD there, and them being moved inside, he thinks that they are now going to he's the left QAnon. He's left Q.
By the way, this
is some Q level shit.
He's right. GAnon.
They call it Blue Anon. So, but yes, I will tell you. that this was going to be one of the videos I reacted to on my new Reacts channel, which is coming out in February.
Nice. How many channels do you have?
Yeah, Grant and I are going to be making that. Grant is, the highest level editor I know, so he's going to be making it look good in those videos. But
thank God somebody is.
No kidding. It doesn't. It honestly, it doesn't take. It takes a lot to make me look good. But for videos like this, I mean, I almost don't have to be there. I feel like this is kind of like Jane level topic. So the fact that she's not here is really bumming me out.
She's right here.
Wait, so did you say that this is so good that you don't have to be there for your reaction video on your reaction channel?
I just show this.
I think you may be doing reaction wrong.
Just record yourself eating that chicken and play it every time. You know what I mean? Just eating your chicken.
You know what I should do? I don't know if you remember when Culture started the 5-minute dailies.
Yeah,
6 minutes.
6 minute daily. I did a 7-minute daily where I watched his 6 minute.
It was the best. It was the best thing I'd ever seen on YouTube.
And then
and you stopped doing it.
Kip did a 5-minute daily of my 6-minute daily of his 7 or whatever the order was.
Yeah,
it was pretty. It was a good bit, but
we need to do that more.
I'm gonna do it for your new reaction channel. I'm gonna give you one of those. I'm gonna react to one of these.
By the way, your koala video, extraordinary. Well,
amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Your
Jane?
new channel, top tier.
See, Jane, that's how it's done, Jane.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Yeah. You know, it is. That's what I'm talking about. And people, yes, we do have wackadoos on both sides. I just think there are way more vocal wackadoos on the left. There really is. And they feel free. Well, let me put it this way. They feel freer of repercussions.
Yes.
Of saying whatever the hell they want to say.
Right. I think they're more prevalent. I don't know about number wise, but they're definitely more prevalent because they're not.
Okay, better wait. Yeah.
They're not.
I think Tina will agree with me. They are definitely more feminine.
That guy was definitely. And I think Jane might have said it. Trump is actually thinking about extending this so-called ban.
90 days.
He loves Twitter or he loves TikTok. I mean, he gets a lot of clicks, a lot of plays over there. So why would he want to get rid of it? The guy loves.
But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm eating the best fried chicken you've ever had in your life.
Well, I haven't had it, but I would.
Did you ever answer my question about the last time you ate a meal that wasn't that you weren't streaming?
What?
All right. Well,
okay.
I'm eating healthy. Everything that I have is homemade.
Yeah. So you guys have nothing like, oh, they just took off the geofencing so they could fly over airports and military, but it means nothing.
No, it means something, but it only means something to the next batch of incoming drones. We're about to tariff the shit out of China. I don't think anybody's buying China drones.
There's alternate ways that they can stop drones from entering that space.
Oh yeah.
I
wish they could stop some balloons from entering our space with fucking missiles.
Different frequency, bro.
Word up,
They're at
bro.
a different atmosphere.
No, it's called missiles.
Atmosphere, different altitude.
Yeah, missile the shit out of those things.
I want to.
You know how far a drone can go?
The ones over Jersey or normal ones?
You can get several kilometers from a drone. You purchase some DJI or similar, or even build one. You build a long range drone easily with real time visual feedback because they all have cameras on.
Mm-hmm.
You got a super.
I'm just saying. I mean, I've got one right now that I think has a mile range.
But how can you even see where it is, though? It's
got a camera on it, and it has a return to position. GPS.
Oh, you wear your drone glasses?
Yeah, you can wear those too. Yeah, it's just video feedback.
You know what I'm referencing.
So
check
right
chat,
here,
though.
I will. Oh, thank you, Jane. 1 second, I will get to Jane. I want to show this. Chinese drone controlled via satellite.
No, actually,
drones controlled via satellite. An 8-year-old Chinese satellite went down in the middle of America, December 21st. Adds more credibility to Tucker's story below. Gouging.
Wasn't that the pieces of the rocket around the Turks Islands that kind of exploded? That Elon launched and only got most of the way there before exploding.
No,
that's one that just happened yesterday, the day before. Where this is from the 21st.
Yeah, this is the Gaijing 1-02, launched back in 2016 in China. But yeah, this sucker, you see him coming down, and this is from Channel 16, which is what do you call those? Local, the CTV, CT something.
Wait,
closed caption,
closed
circuit.
CCTV. Good Lord.
Well, you're so old.
We got there.
Yeah. It's TV.
It was a journey for all of us.
Yeah, we made it, guys.
By the way, it didn't look like it was that. Are they claiming that that's when it shows it getting blown up, or it just looks like it's re-entering?
Re-entering.
Yeah.
That's not what Jane's saying, though. She said retarded.
Well, yeah. Jane Theory for $5, who is single-handedly pretty much supporting this channel. So thank you, Jane. It
Wow.
definitely not my I have channel members and I love you guys.
There's nobody else supporting this channel right now?
No. A
I've
lot of
been the
people are.
top tier supporter of yours for 36 months.
I think Andy might have took you over.
I have to ask you a question, Matt.
All right. Did we read the super chat?
Weren't you
We're
supposed
about
to
to read it.
a member of mine? Like
I was.
Because yes, except that you were supposed to be a forever member of mine.
I don't remember making that part of the deal.
And you just got gifted a membership today. That's the only reason I'm remembering this.
Which is weird because I'm pretty sure I'm not subscribed. If I am, I definitely haven't hit the bell.
Okay. Jane Greer says it's definitely not my thing. I think political extremists are
Retardas.
No, retards.
Retards. Okay. I only see this stuff when people I know talk about it. Yeah, I mean, you're right. And I like to look at the stuff on the left more than on the right. So I
love looking at both.
Dude,
I'm
did you
slanted.
see right, he's zombie. What's up, bud? Andy's great. I work with him all the time. But anyway, did you see the crazy stuff from the right? I mean, there's been a lot of it lately. Somebody said that there was no such thing as a satanic panic. It was like definitely in our sphere, and I was like,
"Oh, that was John Delarose."
Yeah, I saw it too. Amp lost his shit about it, but about the extremes though on the political thing, you find it in all types of different things, whether it's movie fandom or religion. Whenever people whenever anybody bases their entire identity and how they see themselves is wrapped up in whatever ideology that they believe, that's when it gets extreme, because whenever someone criticizes that ideology, it's a personal attack because they're so attached to it.
I hear you. And I have just finished this entire bunch of fried chicken.
Beautiful. We got some great people in the chat, guys. We got Zombie Box, who I just talked about being one of my large supporters. Thank you. Just another red shirt. Liam's here. Monkey Jeebus, Gap After Dark. I know I saw Mark somewhere. Kronos is here. We have Jane, of course, the lovely Jane Theory. We have someone named Stream Elements. We have a member for 46 weeks.
Months.
That's way longer than weeks.
Yes.
That I think is my second. No, I'm sorry, my third longest relationship. So
I will tell you right now, you are closing in on 4 years of saying Scott might be worth following.
Maybe.
I guess you don't end up at the same place.
How long have you and I been around? I feel like you and I were like,
we started about the same time, right?
Yeah. That's amazing. So to have
2019?
somebody love you long time, I mean, for 46 months, that's a long time.
Well, 100 and some of
We
them
celebrated
this month,
we
but whatever.
celebrated your monetization.
Right.
A long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And then we celebrated it again when I got it back. Remember that?
Yes, except that you did it fast enough that, you get 4 years out of Tina.
Yeah.
I feel kind of like you owe her husband an apology. It's fine.
Yeah. No, he loves me.
Oh.
He loves me. He's the good take.
Yeah, Good Take Bojan's a huge fan of the show.
Really? Well, it's because you're on it. I mean, let's be fair.
Yeah, well, that too. And I'm funny and I'm underrated.
Oh, no. You're undersubscribed. I don't know about
undersubscribed. Okay, maybe not.
I'm being ignored.
I'm undersubscribed. And Mad?
What'd you say, Mad?
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough for me, I guess.
Yeah.
They'll get me through the weekend.
There's Mark. Soul said pizza yesterday, chicken today, so Mexican tomorrow culture.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. No, actually, we had homemade enchiladas like last week. So I probably some kind of burro.
A burro?
Yeah, well,
like
like beef or something. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I mean, technically I have almost every day for breakfast I have a breakfast burrito. So
really,
but I will say this, there's somebody else who was going to mention, you guys took me right out of it. I know a bunch of people that are very proud to be Sporking members.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate every single one of them. I really do. I'm thinking about trying to because I'm doing more of this type of content than my A Song of Ice and Fire, because I got to focus on one, I feel like, but I'm thinking of doing like,
you mean you have to focus on something that's actually going to happen?
Yeah, something. You son of a bitch. Song of Ice and Fire, though, for my members, we might do like quizzes or like
you need to do like a revival and maybe
Yeah.
even like a resuscitation for
it needs a lot more than that. I need like Narcan for that son of a bitch.
Yeah, we should like rank the best warriors or
Yeah,
something
stuff like that.
you know.
Or like do like
Hey, look, the
like let
Dream
the
Warriors,
members
right? Yeah, the Dream
Or-
Warriors were the best.
or rank the worst moms. I mean, even though we know that Catelyn's gonna walk
No,
around
she's the
that,
worst. Her and Cersei are
No, Cersei
yeah, that's
right
tough.
up there.
yeah.
How do you create a
Cersei
mean
loved
channel?
her children, so
It's not a mean channel.
My
That
plan
was-
is maybe getting like people to send their questions to like Tina, and then Grant and Tina will ask us the questions, from the members, and we'll do like a member stream where we try to get it, and maybe hot wings if we get them wrong, something like that.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. But yeah.
Hey,
yeah, please.
Could you do something that covers
People
things that
actually
are
watch?
actually going to happen?
Well, we're getting the book this year. So
what?
Right, Jane? We're getting the book this year. Jane knows what I'm talking about. And if we get the book this year, I am not asking. I am making Jane come on, and we're going to do chapter by chapter breakdowns every Tuesday night. It's going to be awesome. But until then, we're going Aluminum Spork because I am now
How many chapters? Hang on. How many chapters you figures in that book?
Well, if you combine all the pizza boxes he scribbled on,
I'm just asking. I'm
40,
not asking.
40
I'm not
something.
asking.
I was gonna say 46.
Yeah, somewhere in the 40s.
how many chapters do you think there's going to be in the book?
Like 46 that will be
Okay,
in.
so it's done then.
I mean, there's a chance. I mean, we already have about like 11 chapters that he already released.
Scott, I want you to look inside yourself when you answer this, okay?
No, I don't want to. I hate looking.
What percentage of being complete? What do you think he's at? His completion percentage of the book. But take a beat. Really, really think about it.
Dig deep.
Not hope.
Dig deep.
He's where he was about 4 years ago. And
that's not how percentages work.
Well, also because of the fact that he's a gardener type writer, then the longer he has, the more work there is to do because he's constantly cultivating and
you know what? Give me 45%.
Jane, I love you. Jane, I love you like sister. You are not getting the book, sweetheart.
If I'm being generous, 45% is what I would give him complete.
Yeah, I did a video. He might have said he might not finish. Yeah. That's why we're doing Aluminum Spork now more than ever. And Adega wrote a book, and you can follow the link.
He's written more than one book, by the way.
I got 2 books that the lovely Tina Bojan, right? No, you sent them to me, right, Tina?
Yep, yes, sir.
Hey, Tina, you send people stuff.
The Reach, and then upstairs I have I was about to say Season of the Witch. What? The Blood Witch. Sorry, my bad. The Blood Witch. For $2 though. Jane, you could have sent this for free. The book is finished.
It is World of Warcraft 2025.
Winds of Winter 2025.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's just editing. She knows what she's talking about.
I'm all I'm saying is World of Warcraft would have been more believable.
Yeah, maybe. Keely, how you been? Good to see you.
Actually update that regularly because they need to keep the audience interested.
Yeah,
I think it's more I think it's more historically accurate compared to Game of Thrones.
Probably. So I've been keeping an eye on this News Nation that Jonathan told me about, and I'm still not seeing any live Dr. Greer info. So I guess we're going to skip that, but we do have this gentleman. And go ahead.
Do you realize that today in France they arrested a dentist
for what?
That was pulling people's teeth for fun?
Wait a minute.
Like
What?
against their will?
Yes.
No, I mean they didn't know.
They didn't know he was lying to them, but he got
Yeah.
to pull perfectly.
Oh.
Do you think it was for fun or it was a release thing for him?
Maybe. I mean, like a lot of people want to be Marquis de Sade.
Oh, I gotta get that molar. Oh, I gotta get that molar.
Look at
Is that
that
what-
tooth. Look at
Isn't
that.
that
big
what they
beautiful
always
little
do?
tooth.
I thought all
Pull that
doctors
out.
do that.
Speaking of, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the only doctor when you're under anesthesia that's going to pull out.
Damn, look at all that plaque on the C7.
That's the best joke. It took me an hour and a half to get there, but it was funny as hell.
Oh man.
You know
All
what?
right.
I really
I'm
need you
sorry,
to do it again.
Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, because I was working on my own joke about the C7 having so much plaque, he couldn't like resist. I missed your joke, Culture. Can I hear it?
No, just go back in time and listen. That'll be fine.
Oh.
Well, see, my obstetrician, I think, had the funniest doctor joke ever because I had an unexpected emergency C-section with my first son. So, and my husband being a biology major.
Wait. Can I remove the beginning of some of that? Isn't every
the doctor removed.
Isn't every emergency unexpected?
That's true.
Wait, isn't every emergency unexpected?
Mm-hmm.
I think
No,
so,
I mean,
because the C-section wasn't expected.
It was a joke. My God, stop! I quit.
Well, you know what? I'm definitely not going to go back and listen to your other joke based on that one.
Oh no, you suck. That was a great joke.
I don't know.
I went there for an hour.
So anyway, with Good Take Bojan being a biology major, he, they have having to tell him, hey, like stay behind the blanket thing, stop getting your face in the sterile area. And so he figures, he's going to gross him out. So he's like, oh, here's the ovaries and here's the uterus and here's the this and the here's the that. And Jim's like completely just mystified by it all. And he says, well, were you planning on having a second child? We've got her open now.
Wait, they're going to put one in?
For
you to hold for a while?
I love that doctor.
That is just like,
he's
wow.
Amazing. He is still my gynecologist 27 years later.
That would have been a great deal, right? Because he'd just been like, hey, shoot into this cup.
Yeah.
And get another kid.
I think he was just saying shoot in. Anyways.
Exactly. Well, there's a curve involved. So if it curves up, I guess it can curve down. So.
Oh wow! Did I not want to know anything?
I think I may have dated somebody with an inverted.
See, I have a pelvis issue, so I'm kind of like tilted to the left, and that's why I couldn't deliver. And it was really funny because as we're having this conversation during the C-section, he's like, yeah, I think that must be the issue. And Jim goes, I always thought it was weird that I kind of had to move to the left a little.
By the way, I mean, I'm just gonna say. If he's hitting bottom, he's doing good. So you did well.
Mr. Long Bojan. All right, here we go.
Explainable. Others, he believes, were of non-human origin. Here's Barber explaining what he saw.
You are not alone.
So tell me about the moment when you realized that you were involved in a retrieval of non-human technology, alien tech.
So it became very clear the first time our communication process and procedure.
All right.
Love the music.
Because that guy could not possibly open his eyes any bigger.
I was just about to say the same thing. I said, why do some of the most of the whistleblowers for
look like they had telescopic eyeballs inserted by somebody else? Oh my God.
Maybe because he's not letting the shade and the shadows cover him. His eyes are wide open.
With arms wide open, I could believe. Eyes wide open, kind of terrifying. But I feel like this guy at least doesn't suffer from what most Disney characters do, which is hypertelorism, which puts your eyes on the other sides of your face.
Yeah. Hypertelorism. Okay. Matt Cheesemo, thank you, buddy. $5. And the Madster says this was supposed to be about something else, but I forgot what it was after the womb talk.
You should have made that joke. That'd have been funny.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Your eyes light up like saucers when you're probed. Some people never fully recover.
Yo, have you guys ever seen Christopher Walken's movie Communion? Where he gets probed by aliens? What? No. Jane, sorry. Tina.
I have an alien thing, just like the shape of the face and the eyes and everything. It freaks the crap out of me. And the funny part is that Lodanis thinks that I need to talk to Immortal Coil because he thinks I might have been visited.
Immortal Coil.
Wait, hold on. Run that by us again.
Yeah, because that's a lot of like
let's
Walton invested.
back out for a second.
Yeah, there's a lot of Walton in there.
No woman has ever said that.
Ever.
Wait, so who were you talking to? And they were like, you know what? You may have been abducted.
It was on a previous Aluminum Spork. I've talked about the fact that, just the entire look of the alien thing just freaks me out. And it has my entire life. And I was so terrified and couldn't sleep for months after seeing the movie Communion. And it's really hard for me to watch anything that involves, aliens of that, shape and structure. So Stephen thinks that I should talk to Immortal Coil because of his huge background and, and all the otherworldliness that I may have been visited at some point in my life. And that is why I have this absolute terror of.
Oh, okay. So that's what I missed. This was advice from Stephen. You can disregard that.
Yeah, you just had to stop right there.
I'm going to tell you, I've always been freaked out by Fraggle Rock. I've never, I don't think that they've ever came into my house at night or anything like that. They just creep me out as a kid, and I don't like looking at them.
What, down in Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
Wow.
The little Muppet things?
Yeah, they were here to make your day.
Don't care for them. No, they didn't make my day.
Another day.
I think Fraggle Rock was okay for me, but the ones that were on Sesame Street that had the really big black mouths and they're kind of like almost was like a cloak with like sticks for arms, those were really scary.
Most ladies aren't complaining about the big black mouths, but I understand.
Anyways, back to this weirdo.
And then just visually looking at the object on the.
Now you that's a really gut reaction from you. He's not a weirdo.
No, I was talking about the interviewer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy,
I trust him.
This guy just looks like a deer in the headlights. That is his normal look.
I bet you he's seen shit, man.
Well,
he has seen shit.
How could you not with your eyes that wide open? Okay. I'm feeling like he probably has.
Yeah.
This guy does not get any REM. I'm telling you right now, there is no REM sleep in this guy's past or future.
They never lie.
Oh, so this is the first time I've thought about, because I was off my medication when I had this dream. I had this dream the other night, right? I woke up tossing, like throwing my pillow across the room. And in my dream, I was pulling a snake that had the head of a snapping turtle out of someone's mouth, and but it's all like tangled up, and I'm dragging out his mouth, and then I threw it, and I did all that because the pillow, I was pulling my own pillow from underneath my head, and then I threw it, and that's what woke me up when I was like, oh my god.
The ground.
I punched myself in the face once. I was laying on my arm, and I did the little arm jerky thing, and it hit me right in my face, and I was alone. There was nobody else at the house, and I'm looking around, and all I know is I woke up, and because somebody punched me in the face, I couldn't. I had to go in detective mode. Like, all right, let's see here.
That's called a mild jerk.
Like, is someone under my bed?
Yeah, actually, it means that you were probably in a very light sleep. You weren't in REM. You weren't anything else.
The pillow or the punch?
No, you were in a not quite. You weren't anywhere close to REM. You were in a very light sleep, and you had something called a myoclectic jerk. Which
that one, yeah.
I do that all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
Normally, those are induced by like a doctor striking a hammer on your knee to see if you can actually do that. But the body does it when it feels like it's falling asleep. So you'll get that myoclectic jerk reaction. So, normally it's in the legs.
Yes.
But you obviously, because of your confrontation with fire in a vehicle one time, probably
I won.
You did win.
You did win, but I'm just saying your nerves probably your nerves are probably still jacked up.
Yeah.
So and I mean your brain probably too. There's probably a little rattling going on in that vehicle.
Make sure to subscribe to Pop Culture Minefield. Jer, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
No, his name is not Jerry. It's Geary.
No, that's a made up name. He's just trying to be all like, "Ooh, my name's really Gary?" But Jury, you know what I mean? He's trying to throw people off the scent. But real quick though, Culture, are you saying that to prevent the Maganocolosios
jerking
thing to happen, that we have to trick our body. Like, no, you're not. I'm not really going to sleep. Gotcha.
No, but like you'll actually. That's like you like. If you ever not jerked yourself away. Wow, that is.
Oh, I caught that too, Brian. By the way, I caught that. No, that's what culture said. My nerves are jacking.
Flip it.
Called a myoclectic jerk, but it's in again, nomenclature aside, you're.
I thought that was a nocturnal emission, but okay.
No, that's actually what happens to young boys when they're coming into puberty.
Not 48-year-olds. No, okay. I was just wondering.
Well, I guess with as many kids as you have.
Do you guys ever like right before it happens, you're kind of starting to wake up? You're like, no, I'm gonna stay asleep because this is gonna be awesome. I'll worry about the mess later.
You know what? These are old undies.
Sorry, culture. Go on with whatever it was you were saying. You brought it up.
Are you talking about masturbation and Clegg-ism?
I honestly don't care anymore.
Okay.
I'm done.
I usually slip on ice in those dreams, and that's when I kick my feet. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of reactions you could have. And look, I mean, ladies waking up like after a regular one night stand with some new date every night, probably like
Daredevil.
They wake up swinging because they don't know
Autumn
just did to them. Well, I mean, they probably eventually remember. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I guess it depends on if he ever makes any money. Like, you know what? Seeing your success reminds me of the date grape that you put me through. I just remembered. I saw you got a bonus at work.
Yeah.
The object on the ground, you could tell that it was extraordinary. And
how did we get there?
That's
I'm
what
worried about this guy.
How close did you get?
Well, I was a helicopter pilot, and I operate with 150 foot.
So he got close. He was like 150 feet from an egg-shaped UFO that they retrieved while he was in the Air Force.
Thank God he wasn't in the Marines.
Yeah.
Wait. He came into contact after they retrieved it?
No, he was there while they were retrieving it.
Like in the helicopter.
Okay, okay, got it.
So he was definitely separated from it.
Bro, can see next week.
That's right. With that going, dude, can see next month. Are you shitting me? That guy is a fucking, what do you call him?
Amazing. Yeah. That guy has huge ears. The other guy's.
Well, I was a helicopter pilot, and I operate with.
Wait a minute. His ears aren't exactly small.
No,
they seem proportional to his head.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
The other guy, though.
To 200 foot long.
Okay, well, he doesn't have hypertelorism. He has
this object.
See the futurism.
I saw an egg, a white
egg.
Was there any visible propulsion system on it?
No, not what
you
we
think
did
his
know.
vision lacks?
No thermal.
You think his vision has less resolution because they're so big? You know, like when you have a screen that's too big.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but no, that's why he was a helicopter pilot. He could see almost like 280 degrees.
He could see the he can see the latitude longitude lines.
Yes, he sees
as he flies. Yes,
actually, he still doesn't see as good as the chick that was in the latest Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
What? When? I'm sorry. Am I the only one that has noticed there has been an outbreak of babies being born with far too spread out eyes? And now they're all in Hollywood.
Hypertelorism. Yeah, no, it's a Disney phenomenon. Ever since Frozen, they've tried to, pull people's eyes all the way to their ear holes because they want them to be fish. Apparently,
so
I don't know.
You're saying that Disney is genetically altering babies to star in these movies with the eye spread?
I'm going to tell you right now. I think it's a mass conspiracy to get us very familiar with how aliens look, since their eyes are like.
Well, they're all hybrid.
Have y'all ever seen Splice? With the chick from The Witch?
Oh, I think I did.
I'm going to tell you right now, Wicked is an example of some really weird issues. And by the way, the new Snow White, Rachel Zegler, who's single-handedly taking Disney now. Yeah, she has hypertelorism. Those eyes are like she's able to see the back of her head.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
But she's a woman, so still can't see in 4K. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Can we get back to Midnight Oil?
4K.
No, women. This is actually a real thing.
I at night when I finally came in to pick it up, so I'm working under night vision goggles at the time.
Yes, goggles.
and it was quite
Dude,
clear.
this guy in
I
night
flipped
vision
them up,
goggles,
flipped
that
them
has to
down,
be
and
magic.
looked at it a couple of different ways.
How did you know that that egg-shaped object
For him, they're just day
was
vision goggles.
non-human in origin?
Well, visually, after seeing all kinds of things in my past, it was clearly something that was ridiculously looking.
This dude can
It's
definitely see the
inconsistent
past,
with
the
anything I'd ever seen
future,
before.
everything.
I can also
Everything.
tell you that
Yeah.
the reaction by my team, we all knew we were dealing with something
He's a prophet.
extraordinary.
And at no stage were you ever subsequently told that the craft was of non-human origin?
I will tell you that during this process, over the last couple of years, it's been confirmed to me by ranking members of the UAP task force that what we were working with that night was in fact an HI, and it was not a unique experience.
Wait, HI?
News Nation special correspondent.
Huh?
Non-human NHI. I think he said
Oh,
I,
okay.
non-human something.
But he also said that they were working together. He was like, we were working with the NHI.
With the UAP task force that said it was NHI.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that task force, I don't know if y'all remember me talking about my buddy that may or may not have worked for a 3-letter organization.
Wait a minute, what?
Right. I've told y'all this, man. And he talked to a dude who actually worked for one of those teams that go out and they just grab everything at a crash site and then fucking they haul ass to whatever base they're going to. That he met a guy? Yeah. Like that's
Really?
that's exactly what he's describing there. Is that they send in this the retraction, not retraction. What would it be? The retrieval team?
Extraction.
Well, no, they're not. They're
No.
retrieving more.
Yeah.
They're extricating the items.
Retrieving. They were a retrieval team.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Regardless, you know a lot of people from 3-letter agencies. Just a reminder.
Wait, which one of us? Tina? All those investigations of her were cleared.
Yeah, and Tina, look, she is not part of. There's no such thing as the mob.
Nope.
Right, Tina?
And just because I have an FBI file, because I worked at the mob-related bank, does not necessarily mean I was involved in any crime.
That's not a bit. You're being real.
No, she's honest.
No, I do have an FBI file because the bank was robbed while I worked there, and I was interviewed by the FBI.
She misspoke. She robbed the bank while she worked there. But she did it for the bank. They robbed themselves.
I love it. We're all doing jokes. I'm like, oh yeah, the FBI. And she's like, actually, yeah, I am on file there.
Yeah, I did it all for the
mobsters.
Glory of love.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. For the glory of love.
Time and a half.
I was gonna say I did it all for the cookie.
The cookie?
The cookie. Or the Wookiee.
So you don't want to eat
did
that
it all
cookie,
for the
bro.
nookie.
The nookie.
Because you can take that cookie and stick it up your.
Hey, have you ever heard his song "Gotta Have Faith"? I think it's the best one he ever wrote. As far as his writing, I think that
George Michael was
Fred Durst. Gotta Have Faith.
Yeah, Fred Durst.
No,
Gotta Have Faith.
George Michael was an
did a cover of it. Yes.
Undervalued songwriter.
No, first of all, one of his greatest is Freedom 90.
Yeah, I look. I won't.
I like his Mission Impossible.
I won't take you down, and I won't lift you up.
Yeah,
okay.
No,
I won't break you down. Excuse me. I won't break you down, and I won't lift you up. Well, thanks.
I mean, it's one of the greatest coming out of the closet songs ever with models.
Which one?
That was an out of the closet song.
Rolling.
Yeah, if you really listen to Freedom 90, he's like, I'm not going to be what they want me to be. Is this teeny boppy?
I think there's something you should know.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell us something that we should know.
No, he was going with the song.
That's a lyric.
It was great. That was perfect.
I think there's something you should know.
I don't think I'm old enough to have.
There's something deep inside of me. Yeah, it's called Harvey. He's right back here.
Bang.
Anyway,
bang.
I need help tonight. Why did I show up here? Oh, I got the link.
By the way, I think it was Liam in the chat was like, man, Culture's usually very careful with the words that he
never
uses.
on this channel. That's why I love having him on.
No, never. That's only. I was like, oh, Liam's only seen him on his own channel.
On his own channel, or like a bigger YouTuber's channel where he doesn't want to embarrass them. But
no,
on
actually,
ours,
actually, that's not true,
freely,
dude.
and I love
You
it.
have no idea.
Well, on Dick's division, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I who was I was on my drunk 3PO. I think I set the chat on fire. That was fun. I haven't been back since, by the way.
So Sporking is looking for a coming out of the. No, I told you I found it. Freedom 90.
Yeah.
But
I'll
list them in the chat if you got them. Coming out of the closet songs.
Well, there's always that one from South Park. I still think is the best.
Which one's that? How's it go again?
Was that the Tom Cruise one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
So
good. So Soul Assassin. Oh, you sent me the same thing. Probably a better version of it, didn't you?
CNN.
He
CNN.
did. Damn it.
Wait. CNN. What happened?
I don't know. Aren't you? You should be
you're
telling us.
What's going on?
CNN was ordered to pay millions, so they settled.
With who? Trump?
Zachary Young.
Yeah.
Why
this goes back to the Afghan
Afghan extraction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They were like, this guy is overcharging, blah blah blah. He's this and that, and
we're gonna get this.
No.
So there'll be no. There won't be punitive damages. They settled.
They settled.
Anything other than the 5 million.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. The French police have cake.
What? That's a cop.
That's the dentist.
That is a dentist cop.
That cop there has some cake.
I don't know what cake is, but she got a.
Yeah, you do. You know what cake is.
Let me know if y'all had the same first thought when you saw that. Like, how does he fit through a door? Because at first you're like, does he go? He can't go sideways.
No. How does her gun sit like normal?
It doesn't.
Closer up, right?
I'm just saying, French police ladies have cake. The French police. This is why this guy didn't mind getting arrested. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Wait, who's getting arrested?
The dentist.
Dentist.
You'll be a dentist.
Sorry. I, as an American and a former cop, when I hear, oh, that guy's arrested, I usually see their hands behind their back, at least.
I don't know. I mean, this is fine.
But it's France, so.
Like, what? Does she have special cop pants? Like, how does this work?
I'm going to tell you right now. If this is affirmative action, sign me up, because damn. I'm just saying.
And no one's talking. Like, where is anybody saying about the? There we go.
There it is. Cake.
That's cake.
Oh, by the way, real quick for a dig in the chat, the reason why they can settle now is because the court, that finding was for punitive damages.
No.
Or is it the opposite?
It was the first. Yeah, they were compensatory damages. The punitive damages was when they settled, because they were like, oh, bad word.
Yeah,
because they capped the whatchamacallit.
Yes, there is no cap on punitive. They were going to go after billions.
Right.
And what was their charge? What did they say against him? They were saying
the problem is when you go into discovery, you get this lovely thing.
Good night, buddy.
Internal communication.
Mm-hmm.
So bye, Geary. But you get access to internal communications that you request within a limited, reasonable amount. And so they went after the people who were obviously engaged in the story, got their internal communications, which showed clearly to the court malice, which is the magical word for punitive damage. And if you talk to, we have an amazing person in the chat that would know this better than I do.
Right.
That could speak freely if they wanted. But this is one of those moments where you go, CNN was F-worded.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And
now they're liable. Okay, so they're liable. Why is Adam Schiff not liable for what he did to Trump, talking about those phone calls?
I'm going to tell you right now, there is a comeuppance available for Adam Schiff in the very near future.
Real quick, I just need everyone to take note of that was Culture's answer to Scott's question of what did they say he did?
I know he told me like the after thing, whatever.
Wait. What did you say? What
was their like attack on him?
So Zachary Young was a military contractor in Afghanistan during the pullout, which was, something that most military guys don't know how to do. But anyway, I'm going to tell you right now that under the way that Biden pulled out, which explains a whole lot, you ended up with a complete disaster. So there were a lot of American contractors that were still there as operations officers and people that actually showed up for that very reason for this pullout. And they were actually being contracted by companies, not individuals, to pull people out of Afghanistan during this period. Zachary Young was one of those. Andy, calm down.
Andy can't get off that ass.
Anyway, so
how could you? You would get lost.
Zachary,
you would have to have a snack to get from the east to the west coast, or the east to the west cheek.
Zachary,
I was in the stream. That is what they. Anyway, so back to it. So we get back to the fact that Zachary Young. Then CNN comes in, rolls in with a story. The guy tells them what he does very specifically and accurately, and they mischaracterize him as a bad guy because they say he's charging $10K to each individual.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay,
so
and he
wasn't not what was happening. There were sponsors that were pulling people out that were paying for that. Now, the CNN was angry enough, at least a couple of these people that are involved in this chain of events, that they said, with malice, we are going to get this mother trucker.
Yeah.
And things similar to that. So because of Discovery, they got access to a lot of internal communications that allowed them to paint this picture in court, which not only did the jury get to hear all that lovely information, the judge actually whiplashed the shit out of them. Just basically said in open court.
He made him play the drums.
What now?
You said the judge whiplashed the hell out of him.
And he said drums whiplashed the movie.
Oh shit, they made the lawyer get on the drums.
He tried. He tried.
It was good.
It was.
But anyway, so and I wish there were somebody with some authority who could speak on this in the chat.
I think she's gone. I think she's gone. So you just talked now. He's going to win a lot. Now let's go back.
No, he won $5 million. He won $5 million already.
Right?
Plus court fees and lawyer fees, right? But they were at that was compensatory damages, as Tina said quite correctly, because she's a smart lady. But now they have this magical thing called punitive damages, which is where, as a corporation, if you've broken the law and you've done it with malice, you get the amazing fist of love, which means that the jury can actually define just how many fists are in there all at once.
Yeah.
And there was going to be a lot of fists.
Okay.
There was getting much fists of love.
Let's go.
And they might have gone pounding. We don't know, but it could have been a lot of money. So they bring in something called a forensic
lawyer,
accountant, financial person, right?
Yeah.
Accountant, forensic accounting, and they bring those people in, and those accountants go to work on all of this stuff based on the actual information that the corporation is required to produce. Well, during the course of that, which is amazing if you want to do a story on this. Yes, exactly. This is true. Thank you, Sandra. Yep. What's amazing about this opportunity is that we now all know that between 19 or 2020 and 2023, they lost 18% of their profitability in that short span of time at CNN.
Right.
So of the $428 million, and that was the number we knew from 2023, not the new 2024 number, which they lost even more. We just don't know yet. They were actually going to be able to take a monetary number and extract in an uncomfortable way a giant percentage of that. Basically, CNN was about to lose a kidney, and they decided. So that's what happened.
Oh, wow. So now they got screwed. Why is Adam Schiff still walking around? Let's take a listen to one of.
I have a feeling he
might be screwed. Right.
Yeah, he might get a fist.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to Trump's lawyer, this dude, and we'll listen to a couple minutes of it. He just breaks down, because we can't forget, people, what happened to Donald Trump as president, and even after presidency and before he was reelected. So here we go.
It's very difficult to sit there and listen to Mr. Schiff tell the tale that he just told. Let's remember how we all got here. They made false allegations about a telephone call.
Yep.
The president of the United States declassified that telephone call and released it to the public. How's that for transparency?
Which no media wanted
When
to
Mr. Schiff
show.
found out that there was nothing to his allegations, he focused on the second telephone call. He made false, and his colleagues made false allegations about that second telephone call that occurred before the one he had demanded. So the President of the United States declassified and released that telephone call. Still nothing. Again, complete transparency in a way that, frankly, I'm unfamiliar with any precedent of any president of the United States releasing a classified telephone call with a foreign leader. When Mr. Schiff...
So right there, bad enough for Schiff, right? You would think that's bad enough. He released 2 classified telephone calls with a foreign leader. This was Ukraine, I believe, when Trump made 2 calls about what happened with Biden, who admitted in a video that he got the prosecutor fired in his son's case.
Yeah, which, by the way, he had no political power to do.
Right.
Or, you know, a lot of the statements he made were not necessarily accurate, I would say.
Okay. You're talking about Biden. Right. And he was VP at the time. VP. Okay. Here we go. Now, Trump was president when he did this, had all the executive privilege to do. We'll go on.
That his allegations were false, and he knew it anyway. What did he do? He went to the House and he manufactured a fraudulent version of that call. He manufactured a false version of that call. He read it to the American people, and he didn't tell them it was a complete fake.
I don't know if people remember this because CNN, CBS, ABC, all of them, I'm pretty sure, reported on this Adam Schiff telephone call that at the very end, he's like, it minimally tells you it's a hypothetical. Like, he had no proof. He created a story that was a blatant lie, and then the news reported it. And we all heard that version. That's why it makes me furious when these people on the left or anyone that tries to talk about stuff like this, and they have no clue what they're talking about. They don't go past what CNN told them or what Adam Schiff said. And it's ridiculous. He fabricated what the phone call was as a hypothetical and had to admit it down the road.
Well, and that's the other problem, right? And I think everybody here is going to agree. But I had a moment where I kind of lashed out today in a chat where I actually went on a rant. I don't usually do rants, but I did.
Mm-hmm. Not
because what?
No,
I don't normally do rants.
No,
but are you guys going to stop making noise when I say that, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I don't normally go on rants,
Mhm.
but I actually did today on my channel because I was doing my morning show on Saturday morning, and I was talking about the fact that the most disarming thing that you can do is ask a question. When somebody is speaking nonsense, or they're talking about something that they heard from somebody else, that they heard from somebody else, they heard from somebody else, or has been reinforced by the lamestream media, the people that are largely discredited at this point, if not completely discredited. Ask a disarming question. For example, I use the example today. Do you know who the society scholar is, the teacher that got fired for telling the truth about J.K. Rowling, or getting the kids to understand that she wasn't exactly transphobic? You remember him?
Yeah.
So anyway, he was actually covering a video that I'd already seen, which is Piers Morgan talking to a group of people, which include Michael Knowles. And somebody, an idiot on the panel, brought up the idea.
I'm listening.
Yeah, but that's not.
Oh, that's Slender. Slender is just saying so. I'm sorry.
He's insane. Anyway,
Stop, Slender.
but he was talking about the fact that the guy that's on the panel was going on a rant about the tattoo that the Hegsmith has, right? Hegsmith, I can't, however you say his name.
Yeah,
Hegseth.
Thank you. Yeah. So he has this tattoo on his body, which obviously the guy was trying to say made him like this extremist, whatever it is. And Michael Knowles asked the guy a simple question. So what was the tattoo?
Right.
Okay, which completely screwed this guy's whole world up because he couldn't answer the question. He doesn't know why.
Right?
He didn't know. And so like this goes on and on and on forever in this Piers Morgan segment, which he was 100% ready to dig into. Everybody in the panel was like ready to dig into. And the woman on the panel wanted to answer the question because she actually knew what the answer was. This stupid dumbass who was using that as a piece of evidence against Hegseth couldn't answer the question. He kept trying to divert, deflect, go to talking point B because talking point A got him, like in this position in the first place. He didn't understand any of the things he was trying to talk about. That's the situation that we find Adam Schiff in at every single turn. This guy has no answers. So all it takes is a question or somebody like this to come in and point out just how fabricated everything has been forever.
Right.
And that's the problem that the larger situation of the left has always been in. They've had compliant people who are willing to go along with whatever they say. That's called the mainstream media, kids. And that's been their advantage. Well, now we can turn that quote unquote former advantage on its ear and demonstrate that, well, the people that are telling you this or reinforcing this have just been fed false information and they're happy to repeat it like a parrot, you know? And so that's what's been happening. So when you hear the word parroting, that's what's happening. When you hear the word aping, that's what's happening. They all they're doing is copying the same lie. So it's fine. The problem is whenever you tell a lie that many times, people start to accept it as truth, whether or not they know the circumstance, the context, or anything else about it. So the fact that this is going down and people are now starting to wake up, that's going to further discredit mainstream media organizations like CNN, which is why they got, fisted in court on Friday.
Right.
I'm going to tell you that they're not the only ones. Do you realize that CBS is getting ready to settle a massive suit, multi-billion-dollar suit? Do you realize that they're not that's not the only situation all these organizations are trying to settle? First of all, they don't want to be at odds with an incoming administration. They should have thought about that before they went all in on the bologna sausage they were happy to spill out there in public. But CBS is looking to get rid of the lawsuit with Trump because they need to have the Skydance Paramount merger or acquisition happen. But they also don't need to write a check for $10 billion for giving improper benefits to a political candidate by deceitfully editing the Kamala interview.
That was terrible, man.
And so when I see stuff like this, all I can think is this is what happens when things come home to roost. Anyway, I'm sorry I took that.
Well, no. It was really well said. And, to boil down even more, that is why there is one side who fears free speech and the other side that believes in the way to combat bad speech is with better speech. And that's what this gentleman is doing. You give them the facts because that's why they want to take away our First Amendment rights and shut us down and shut us up, because when you start like this gentleman, just straight a couple minutes, just spewing the facts, most Americans, if they are being honest with themselves, will go, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I thought there was fine people on both sides, like stories like that. Like once you boil it down and say, no, this has been the lie repeatedly said, majority, not like people like this guy,
got him.
They
got him.
This guy may not ever believe it, but
let me. But Scott, oh, by the way, you can just hit pause on that. You actually have control of that video.
I did. I moved
what's
it back.
interesting is that particular fella who definitely is the most masculine person I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, amen.
This guy makes George Michael.
In the event that this really is like the
wait, George Michael was gay?
Sorry about that.
Anyway, this guy here he is out of his mind.
Yeah. Derangement.
He legitimately believes that gosh, we're coming up on it. Inauguration Day, Trump's going to be arrested by somebody.
Yeah. I don't think he means that. I think he means ended.
Well,
I think this guy means deleted.
No, I think he may have alluded to both, but it was definitely something about they're going to bring these charges that are already happened or that are in the works
in America, which I still don't fully believe. But yeah, I'm gonna say it. They got him. The 3-letter agency.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Whatever you want to say. They got him. He's not going to be inaugurated. He is going to be.
Okay, you're right. My bad. Back to the real guy that we want to listen to, because I want people to hear the rest of this, because the fabrication of the telephone isn't the worst. It's what they then did to a sitting president.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet, but this is complete bullshit, and he's right.
Yeah,
so
he's so right, and he puts it so well.
Do you want to know about due process? I'll tell you about due process. Never before in the history of our country has a president been confronted with this kind of impeachment proceeding in the House. It wasn't conducted by the Judiciary Committee. Now, Mr. Nadler, when he applied for that job, told his colleagues when they took over the House that he was really good at impeachment. But what happened was the proceedings took place in a basement of the House of Representatives. The president was forbidden from attending. The president was not allowed to have a lawyer present. In every other impeachment proceeding, the president has been given a minimal due process. Nothing here. Not even Mr. Schiff's Republican colleagues were allowed into the SCIF. Information was selectively leaked out. Witnesses were threatened. Good public servants were told that they would be held in contempt. They were told that they were obstructing. What does Mr. Schiff mean by obstructing? He means that unless you do exactly what he says, regardless of your constitutional rights, then you're obstructing.
Oh, I was muted. I was saying I hate his tie.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. He's very crisp.
Technically, from a television side, and I agree with Mad, believe it or not, it has a tendency to bleed the colors, which is the problem.
Yeah, not sure they needed that qualifier, but thank you.
Is it the stripes?
No,
it's not just the colors. Is it the stripes that are causing
it? They bleed together. It's right, Mad. It's a definition problem. They can't solve that with the camera. Yeah.
I mean, I just was like, oh man, it makes me like it. He loses 25% of credibility based on the tie,
but he gets it back with the glasses.
I actually could not disagree with Mad more. I don't think it's a credibility problem. I think it was that whoever dressed him that day, the style person, did not realize what would happen on camera.
Well, no, not only that, but those glasses, that is a style that was popular in when I was in junior high as well. The frameless,
back, bro.
I mean, don't you want people to bring sexy back, man?
Yeah. Okay.
The president was not allowed to call witnesses. By the way, there's still evidence in the SCIF that we haven't been allowed to see. I wonder why.
Because you're not cool enough.
No witnesses.
He's cool.
Now let's think about something else for a second.
Just for a second.
Let's think about something else.
Not my tie.
They held these articles for 33 days. We hear all this talk about an overwhelming case that they're not even prepared today to stand up and make an opening argument about.
I wish he would
stop tapping guy. He's a bald guy.
That's
with
because they have
hair.
no case.
Oh, I see that.
Frankly, they have no charge. When you look at these articles of impeachment, they're not only ridiculous, they are dangerous to our republic. And why? First of all,
the
notion it's not encouraging to see that our government has not figured out a way to set up a mic either through software or through different hardware things to keep it from picking up the banging on the podium or whatever.
Podium.
They all do it. They've been doing it since before microphones were invented.
Yeah.
But we are still here having to listen to it bang and bang and bang.
I think they like it. I think they like that sound. They like that rattle. It gives them a little,
it emphasizes,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
what
it
they're
gives
saying?
them that. Yeah, if it was like, and
you could add it in post.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if he in the moment he's like, and Donald Trump should be freed, and there's nothing. Yeah. It would just, you want that rattle.
Is culture frozen or hypnotized by the tie?
I think it might be both.
I think the tie is. I think you're focused on the tie, and it's bleed.
I think
is a real problem because it's distracting you from the context and conversation.
Also, the background. I don't know.
He can't help that. That unfortunately.
I'm talking about the overall production. I don't know. I don't have anything else to add to this for it to be
C-SPAN
fair
C-SPAN
use
sucks.
or
C-SPAN sucks.
No, what I'm saying is I don't have anything because everything he's saying I agree with. I believe so. There's not a lot for me to add to it to make it different. You're muted.
I'm not.
So
muted.
I'm just adding things.
You know what I believe, Matt?
Hmm.
Love is the answer.
Oh shit, that was.
Oh, imagine that.
That was powerful. Henry Cavill had his first kid.
I believe love will find a way.
I believe.
Do you believe in love after love after love?
No, that's a Cher song, so it can't.
Oh,
but it was written by Michael Bolton, though.
Okay,
boom.
Yeah, so the Bolton's there, bro. All right, let's just.
That was how I was connecting it.
Love is the answer.
I mean, there's not a lot. Oh, that was powerful.
That invoking your constitutional rights to protect the executive branch that's been done by just about every president since George Washington. That is obstruction. That is our patriotic duty, Mr. Schiff, particularly when confronted with a wholesale trampling of constitutional rights that I'm unfamiliar with in this country. Frankly, it's the kind of thing that our State Department would criticize if we see it in foreign countries. We've never seen anything like it.
Depending on which one.
And Mr. Schiff said, have I got a deal for you? Abandon all your constitutional rights. Forget about your lawyers and come in and do exactly what I say.
Yep.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And then he says he has the temerity to come into the Senate and say, we have no use for courts.
Yeah,
it's outrageous.
Outrageous. Outrageous. I mean, there's more. You guys gotta listen a little bit more to follow these proceedings and watch what happens. Because now that we have 2 days till our man takes office, these guys are terrified. I mean, they should be. They should be terrified.
Well,
okay.
I mean, look, today and yesterday and the day before, there was nothing but announcements of a string of resignations at high-level positions.
Mm-hmm.
Janet Yellen, the complete cunt at the Fed, it left us in the worst possible situation ever as Treasury. She's Treasury bitch hole. We are walking into the first day of Donald Trump's presidency, their words, I said them correctly, with a debt overrun immediately. There will have to be immediate action on the debt because Biden and his miscreant pieces of puppet bullshit from the WEF ran this country to the very verge of debt overrun
allegedly
right
before he left. So I'm going to tell you right now, you can't fire these people fast enough. And the Treasury is taking extraordinary actions. Fuck that bitch. To prevent the debt overrun. Yeah, it's
right.
Not literally. I don't think anybody would. Have you seen?
Wait,
her?
Who was it? I didn't see who it was.
Yellen? You've never seen Yellen before?
Oh God,
she does not have cake. Well,
No.
that's kind of kinky.
Is that the German one?
Oh,
I mean, obviously,
anyway.
I wouldn't. It's a woman to begin with. That's a no for me. But
so, regardless, my point is that we will exceed the debt ceiling on the first day of Donald's presidency.
Yep.
So, in other words, they fist of loved the American public. So, if you don't hate the Democrats now and the globalist pieces of fuck that are out there, that are the WEF adherents, that are every fucking where embedded in our government, well, then you weren't paying attention.
Right. No, you're right. It's terrifying, and to get out of what they've done to us. I mean, what will be the interest? It's insane. It's like trillions, right? 3 trillion on like what we have to pay. Like we can't afford to pay it. Like we can try to buy our own.
The interest on the debt is very high.
Very high.
One of the best solutions out of it has already been proposed and will be executed. And then what's more important is we expose the people who put us in this position in the first place, where all of these quote unquote billions of dollars, trillions of dollars at this point have been misplaced.
Right.
And then those people held accountable and put in front of, I'm going to say this is a strong word, tribunals. Yeah.
Tribunal.
Rather than regular courts, so they can find their ways to the gallows at this point.
Yeah, these people are.
What they've done is criminal in the extreme.
Treason.
They've undermined the government of the United States, which is a pretty serious crime.
Very, very serious. My buddy Jonathan 93 just jumped in the chat, and he said he watched the News Nation special with Jack Barber, the guy with the crazy eyes. It was on cable. That's why I couldn't find it, but I did just find exclusive video that he shot. They shot from the helicopter. Now, most of you are going to say it's fucking fake. Blah, blah, blah. This is what we got, people. Start believing.
I'm looking at this really weird image.
Night vision. It's a night vision with a cable
with a mouth and some smoke coming out.
No, you're looking at that through the NVG.
You're looking through in the night vision, and that is the egg that he was talking about. Let's just take a look.
Oh, I thought that was the thing on Mars. The base.
No, it does kind of look like that. No, he's landing that egg shaped. That had like something wrapped around it. That's why it looked weird.
Yeah, net like in Operation Dumbo Drop.
Yeah. This is that egg shape.
154.
Hold on. Here we go. That's insane.
Let's slow this down
real quick,
to take it closer.
What is this camera? Where is this camera at on the? Because this isn't what he is seeing.
It's under the helicopter.
It's under it. And
under the bridge that time where I drew some blood.
Probably keeping an eye. It's a camera that.
Oh yeah. He's probably seeing it in a monitor or what on a screen. In the cockpit. That's what it's called in helicopters.
Why does it look like Slender Dad's face?
It does kind of, right? It's that wrapping around it. This is a wrap around it to hold it in place, and it does have this slender look. Holy crap.
Yeah. By the way, this is not enough, guys. You can't make out anything.
Slow the rolls. Slow your roll.
That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a
150. That's an egg-shaped object. Yeah.
By the way, what's funny is when he sets it down,
it rolls.
Right? As eggs are known to do.
Right. So that just proves to you it's real.
Okay. Let's see what happens. By the way, okay, so he sets it down. Look at the shadow that's casting right now in quote night vision.
Oh, you still up a shadow on night vision.
Well, you have to have some source of light for the NVGs to work in the first place.
Right. So in a way, that is actually verifying that this is a real video.
No.
Okay.
There was no shadow.
True. They haven't mastered the art of putting in shadows.
No, I don't do that in every video that I produce.
I'll say this though.
Here to look at...
Go ahead.
Okay. I wonder how. Like, did they have a net in the sky and that's how they caught it?
No, it was on the ground. They
lassoed it. They lassoed it like the Cowboys. They had a guy at the bottom of the helicopter. And he threw a lasso at it.
Oh, it was like Rip. Rip was up in the helicopter.
What I love about this the most is that that rope is nowhere close to definitely distributing that net. I'm just saying.
No, the net is wrapped around it. The rope is connected to another rope that's wrapped around. I mean, you people don't.
Is it a rope or a cable?
It's a cable. It's a cable.
Okay.
I'll go with cable.
Well, that the cable seems to be like not directly attached to the egg when it's actually at its furthest distension before it touches the ground. Why am I looking at a cable that's on the left side of said egg and net when I should have been looking at it directly beneath?
Well,
also,
no,
could they not?
It just landed.
Could they not film this in
No,
more
no,
than
go back a
480p?
little. Go back a little.
What are you talking about? I'll go back a little. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, so does that look like it's directly connected to that?
I mean, I could see multiple different wires from the bottom of the cable attached to the helicopter reaching out to the
out to Slender Dad's
the net.
face. Yes, I see that. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I feel like this is more Phantom of the Opera action than I could have asked.
It does have that. Was this on the 5th of November?
It might have been. Perhaps. Remember.
Yeah. Remember. This is goddamn eggshell UAP.
By the way, because there's a lot of people talking in chat, so it's gonna get lost in it in the shuffle. I responded to you, Scott, asking if dance until the morning light. I just want to make sure that.
Oh, thank you.
Continuing.
That was well done. Thank you, sir.
I feel like this thing's gonna start dancing on the ceiling. You want to start dancing?
It could.
Now, let's
and it's gonna have fun.
Can we get to something that's relevant to why this might be real?
This is real. Listen.
Suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into
We can't even see the pilot. We have no idea.
Okay, so do you notice how the egg
of a UAP
you notice how the by the way, those
no blurry light in a distant sky.
No,
Source
it's
of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP
Hold on.
retrieval. Look,
Did this
how
motherfucker
perfectly
just make the
smooth
claim that this is being recorded by the pilot is the one that recorded this?
He's flying like this. Come on, dude. You know what's going on.
Or
man.
afterwards,
so he has one of those
recording
selfie sticks. He's
If I
hanging out the
recall-
window.
parking this thing.
If I recall correctly, you only need both feet and one arm to fly a helicopter.
No, wait. No, that's not true. Because you have a pitch and yaw stick that's in front of you, and you have an elevation stick that is next to you on the left hand side.
Fine, but you don't have to have your hands on both at the same time.
Okay, if you're lowering this shit and trying to land it,
yeah.
You know better than that.
He has some apparatus, zip ties, duct tape.
I tell you what, he has an incredibly talented peen to be recording this with his phone.
Well, no, I'm talking. No, like he took his like a burner or an iPhone, taped it to the bottom of the helicopter.
No, it's definitely he has a multi-tensile peen that is holding the phone on the screen with the night vision. You're right.
Now you're finally sounding like a normal human being.
Oh man, my Galaxy S11 only records in 480.
Yeah, I have to ask. Why does this look like dog shit?
Because it's a dog shit.
Is this a monitor that he's recording his phone?
Can you guys just freaking listen to the poor man and he'll tell you?
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Into land.
Look at how
Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest.
You know what? I
images of
figured
a
out why you're
UAP.
fooled, Scott.
What?
The guy has an English accent, and you're a sucker
They
for
always
English.
tell the truth.
Yeah, that is not true.
The
Right before they
English.
try to take over the galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah. How you know that Keir Starmer guy isn't exactly doing great things over there in the UK, bro.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. But Jean-Luc Picard might.
Fuck that guy. He's French.
This is
That's true.
no blurry light in a distant one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken.
Ever.
And that's
This
sad because I can't
You
make
let him finish his sentence.
It feels like you can
I'm
just
sorry,
like walk
I
up to
stomped
one with
on
a
your joke.
camera. You can walk up to one with the camera and take a picture. How come nobody's done that?
But Mad, finish your joke. I screwed it up.
No,
I'm
it
sorry.
wasn't a joke. I was being real. He's saying this is the clearest vision that of
Of a UAP ever.
yeah.
A
But
retrieved UAP, he should have
it's
said.
not it's not a globe of light in the distance. It's a globe of a light on the ground.
Yeah. fucking amazing.
The UAP ever taken.
Ever.
This is no blurry light in a distant sky.
Why?
The source
Why,
of the footage.
Why do I feel like that at any moment?
That was him this time.
Why do I feel that at any moment like we're gonna see like a bunch of chickens hatch? I don't know.
You know why?
Well,
'Cause
probably
it's an
one chicken.
egg-shaped UAP, guys.
That's where
it's
Robin
morphed
Williams
and morphed.
is.
Yes.
I agree with you. Nano.
What? Wait, that's the closet he's hanging out in?
Or the well, no, actually, well, that was a tough joke.
Wow.
Oh my god, if anybody knows what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I feel like the same guys that got to that chef dude got to Robin, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, and the dude from Lincoln Park.
Yeah,
and
okay,
Kung
you
Fu.
are not allowed to talk
And the
about
dude
that.
from NXS.
You are not allowed. Yeah, I love that guy too. But
the dude
you're
from
not allowed to
Lincoln
talk
Park.
You can't
Isn't
talk
it
about
Michael
Chester.
Hutchison.
You cannot. Yeah, Hutchinson was from
I said
NXS.
From Kung Fu.
NXS.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I knew Chester, so you are not allowed.
Did you
to
really
talk
know Chester?
about, yes, I really did.
Was he the
God's truth? God's
Did
truth.
did you ever meet his parents? Does he
I
look like
they were at events I was at. I don't remember meeting them. So
did they look anything like him?
I can't say a word about that because I don't.
Because he looked like John.
It's a long. I was youthful. I was very young.
You were when Lincoln Park was around. You were not youthful,
dude.
Okay,
He totally.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying. This is
plaid
one of those
shirt
times when I'm Matt. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe you. I believe you.
No-
I'm going to
no
show you a
bullshit.
picture.
when I was in high school, I dyed my hair blonde and left my sideburns brown, just like he had in the video for In the End.
How old are you now?
Now, younger than you guys.
Okay, let's hear a number.
It's in the high 30s.
Okay, I'll be 49 on Wednesday.
Yeah,
all right,
before
we just
41
finished
this
listening to
year.
this.
Why do I feel like this is a helicopter dropping a nativity scene into this?
Can I say this thing is not comfortable? Can we watch the rest of this? All right.
What the hat?
Yeah,
should have made it out of Sharamarack
Incredible
wrap.
risk to record this UAP retrieval.
Shit, I missed it again.
Never taken. This is no blurry light in a distant
Yes, it
sky.
is.
The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP.
You know, I
retrieval.
could
he did
recreate-
hang out the window.
I could recreate this with a fishing pole.
And a ping
You
pong
know what
ball.
you can't recreate?
No. Actually,
UAP.
no. The boss has some. The boss has some hard-boiled eggs. I just cut one in half. We've got our fucking spaceship right here.
Yeah. Well, this is a spaceship, you son of a guns.
Oh, it does look like
at
broccoli
how
in the
perfectly
background.
smooth the craft is. No markings.
No
at
markings.
all, and no visible means of
It's
propulsion
an egg.
or way to see inside.
It's an egg.
That was amazing.
Okay,
That
but
was
those so many
amazing.
assumptions made there at the end. You have no idea if there's any damage on it because you can't see it because
so smooth.
Another assumption.
You know what? I'm going to recreate this video for next week.
By the way, this isn't easy for me to do. I want it to be real. You know what I mean? I'm not a non-believer.
I got to upload a video.
But I mean, you got to give me more than that shit.
Okay. I'm going to show you something, and I'm not trying to be
More
disrespectful.
expensive per minute.
Not trying to be disrespectful, but I just want to show you this because it is something that is, if you want to go down the hardcore conspiracy people, this is what they believe when it comes to Chester, that he is the son of John Podesco, the illegitimate satanic son who was born through a satanic ritual and then given to a different family to raise.
Wait, is that a real conspiracy theory?
Oh, huge conspiracy theory, dude. And people believed he was going to come out after the death of oh God, what was the dude from Black Hole Sun? Won't you come?
Oh, Chris
oh my God.
Cornell,
thank you. Chris Cornell was going to come out about all the pedophilia going on in Hollywood and music industry, like P. Diddy and all that, and they killed him. And then Chester was very close friends with him, and he was going to come out and finally be honest, and they killed him. But then they try to link these two together because they do look a little bit alike. But that is one of the craziest. Like, go down that rabbit hole and you'll end up with adrenochrome and all the crazy shit that made QAnon crazy. But no disrespect to them because I don't want to. Yeah,
oh, I loved their first album. I think it's one of the best albums as a whole. You know what I mean? Because each track is fucking it's good.
It's a banger. They're all bangers, dude. And they came out, them in 311, which was a different style, but they came out with that.
Does not hold up.
No,
it doesn't. I listen.
A little, Omaha Style.
Except for Down.
Omaha Style is a great song. But they came out at a time where, like, just after, what was that movie that came out where you had like Anthrax with House of Pain, and there was a movie that came out that had crossed over, and then these guys came out and they really defined a generation. So, like, I'm not trying to take away anything from him. It's a tragic loss. But that is a rabbit hole that conspiracy theorists go down. And it's one of the more like what ones I've seen.
By the way, I had the Grassroots CD from 311. Yeah. And then they just remastered it and released it or whatever. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get nostalgia up in this place. I'm like,
I just want to tell you, Mad, amber is the color of my energy.
Oh, yeah.
Grassroots was before that, right? Yeah, Grassroots.
Yeah,
but
that was like
you
one of
are
their first.
correct.
Yeah.
You were 311 Down was with the amber, right? And then Grassroots was before it.
Yeah. That was when they were like, we're really gonna lean into the reggae.
Dude, it was a good album at the time.
At the time, it doesn't hold up, but
I might have wore like a Adidas shirt when that came out, like one of those.
Did
like
you have the yellow green big hat with dreads?
No,
you know what I mean? You're like,
yeah, I know, but I did shave my head, and a girl dyed it like a copper color.
How it was shaved?
Well, it was like
a
little bit, and she. So,
oh, you went with the Sinead O'Connor kind of
a little bit.
Oh, I was sort of Sinead O'Connor in a sense, but my hair was really long, like almost down to my butt. But I took like the top half of the hair, picked it up, and shaved everything from like mid skull down from the back of the head, so then I could put it in a ponytail and look like totally cool with the shaved back of the head.
Like
but then because I was at Catholic school, and so I couldn't have a hairstyle like that, so that's why I had half the hair and half the shaved.
Oh, Judgment Night. Thank you, Ginger Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Tina, I want to hear your whole life story one of these
Emilio
days.
Estevez.
Yeah, that was the soundtrack that had
Ice-T.
it was all crossovers. Yeah, Ice-T with Anthrax. I think that was the one.
Yep.
And then you had House of Pain with somebody, Public Enemy with somebody. It's a dope soundtrack. I don't care what anybody says.
Dude, I miss the days of where soundtracks were legit. You know? I guess it costs so much money to be able to use them in your movies that they don't really go. Because I mean, Batman and Robin has an amazing soundtrack.
Come on,
with Smashing Pumpkins, the beginning is the ending is the beginning is the ending. R. Kelly's Gotham City.
I forgot about that. Holy crap! Is that the same one with Prince? No, Prince was a different one, right?
Yeah, that was the first one, the second one. Yeah, man, albums used to be good. Oh. I remember having the soundtrack to the movie The Fan with Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah,
and it had 9 Inch Nails on there.
Yep. That was Wesley Snipes and De Niro, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a weird movie.
I loved it. It was very well done.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up though, guys.
Why?
I don't know. You got something else to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, you basically are promoting this illegitimate egg thing.
Yeah, you guys I'm tweeting about this right now, so you talk.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that the egg is illegitimate. I think that the amount of god dang it, I'm hungry.
Can tell.
I've been waiting until the stream was over before I started eating. So.
Oh no, I absolutely don't do that. You have to eat on.
I've been eating through the whole stream. No problem.
Yeah, thank you. Tina's correct. Yeah, just eat.
Wow, Tina, like my granddaddy always said, never let the truth get in the way of a good joke.
There was a joke.
Not a joke. It was an insult, but that's not what my granddad said. Although my granddad never said that anyways, but I don't let that get in the way of the good quote.
The truth.
Yep. It can only hold you back.
Obviously. I just want to say I don't know. I got a link. I'm here.
I'm glad you came, man.
And I wanted to show everybody some French cake.
Oh, let's see it.
French cake?
No, we already saw it.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, sorry.
Both proven and still in the works.
French cake.
They got him.
Oh, they got him.
I mean, he
Somehow-
could be French.
Somehow,
Why does he have like that's not donut frosting? What's that on his
it's
mustache?
not frosting either. I think maybe it's just gray hair.
I feel like he recently took some kind of like thing to the face.
I'm curious of how
That's what I said. That like corner of his mouth thing.
Yeah, I mean, he just like it's not milk. What is that on the?
A milky-like substance?
Kind of like
Yeah,
a,
I mean, it
like
looks
a yogurt.
It's sticky. Probably.
You cannot tell. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of this guy either, but I will not let that stand. There's no way for you to tell the text the textile of that
Texture?
Yeah, well, yeah, the texture. Yeah, like you can't see like, oh man, I bet that's just like a cat's tongue. You don't know.
It could be Elmer's glue. I mean, seriously,
Look at that smile. He's looking right at you guys.
It could be stick.
I feel like he's doing crafts before this, so there's a little bit of glue. Like up there.
Zombie Box is halfway to France already. He's halfway to France.
He's actually closer because he's on that side of the world.
Oh no,
Also,
he is.
real quick, if he was doing crafts before, you can't tell me there wouldn't be a spot of glitter on him somewhere.
Well, I'm sure there's glitter. He hasn't
By the way, do
showed
you
it
know
to
the
us
U.S.
yet.
military buys more glitter than anyone else in the
Yeah,
world?
you know why?
The who? The U.S. military?
Why?
Yeah,
It's because it's part of rocketry and anything involved in like the expulsion of things.
right. When you build the models before you build it,
That is not it.
you use glitter to kind
That
of
is-
jazz it
that
up
is
for
not
the
it.
presentation.
That is so not it.
Moon.
I just told you why. I
Oh.
just told you why. It's because of rocketry, technically. Just
At the end, you just throw it in the air and be like, and that's my presentation.
that is not why you do that. I'm just saying.
I want to give everybody a homework assignment for Tuesday night's Aluminum Spork, and that is this. Please try to find a photo. Here's a picture of pregnant Melania.
Oh my
This
god.
person searched for hours and could not find a single picture of Michelle
I wonder
Obama
why.
pregnant. Weird, huh?
Allegedly, metaphorically,
Allegedly.
no one's found.
Well, this person said they didn't.
Well,
So
and by the way, I
looked.
hate doing this, but I'm gonna have to take a shot at this conspiracy theory. You won't be able to find a pregnant picture of me either. So what are you trying to say?
Exactly.
I don't feel like they were trying to say anything.
No, what are y'all? I mean,
Just like we call you Big Mad.
Well,
Big
that's kind of a falsehood.
I know. I wanted to make him feel good.
Why?
before
Why?
you know, he's a good guy. He shows up.
what? Oh, I don't need that. No, I'm in a
but-
committed relationship. I don't need.
You get pregnant?
What? Oh,
Is she gonna fire something out? I didn't know
what the
that.
hell? How the hell did we get here? I don't like where we're at right now.
You know, that's the whole purpose of life is reproduction. Otherwise, you wasted your time.
I mean, that feels a little harsh.
No. Seriously, you're the ability of passing DNA is more than just a heredity or a lineage situation. You're actually passing along embedded memories. Most people don't believe this, but do you know that DNA can be encoded to just an incredible level? I mean, this is something we should
I'm
be
glad
talking
I'm not
about.
passing this memory on
And
about how
that's-
insulted
well,
I am.
that's
Talk
why-
about that, we need to bring my son on, the biochemistry
Well-
PhD candidate.
And ask him why we evolved so quickly.
No, and actually, no,
Ask
I
him if it
believe
was the
that
mushrooms.
somebody that's involved in this or a biogeneticist could tell you why you can encode DNA in a way that it actually stores more memory than we could possibly imagine.
Mhm.
Can you imagine genetic memory making you feel like, hey, I should be afraid of that lion?
Mhm.
Right. However, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we should roll down somebody's life and
Window?
use of it to like, oh, you didn't pass on your DNA, you're a waste.
Well,
Oh,
did you
I don't
guys
think
have
I
you
said that explicitly? I implied it.
have you guys seen the debunking of out of Africa first.
I don't know
that. Out of Africa is the idea that humans first came from Africa and then spread out.
You're talking about the tree of life
before anybody blessed the rains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have
I think
down in
Toto
Africa.
actually had it right. So I'm sorry, you're not going to.
I'm sorry, it was Weezer. I think Toto may have done a cover.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to destroy my sweater, hold this thread while I walk away.
Fonzie.
You're not even wearing a sweater.
Well, you better not. It's his sweater. He doesn't want you to destroy his.
If you want to destroy my sweater,
is that a Weezer song?
Hold this thread while I walk.
I only know two Weezer songs. Their original song, Africa, and the song that was in Out Cold. Remember the movie Out Cold?
Lying on the floor.
Jason
I've
Wolf, London Wolf.
Jason London. Been Jason London. It could have been the one that was Island in the Sun.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah. They heard it in Cabo when they met.
What we are. No one in between.
But look, we may be discussing soon the debunking of
I agree.
First.
We may be disgusting.
Yeah, we might.
You watched.
By the way, I've passed my DNA along in other ways.
Yeah, but look, once it's swallowed, it's like done.
No, it's not. It's see, this is what you don't understand about DNA. It's entangled at the quantum level. So it's like what Nietzsche said, the lion eats the lamb and the lamb becomes a part of the lion's DNA. Leave it on that.
I feel like I feel a little gross right now.
What? Yeah. Because of Nietzsche?
Yeah, I mean, Nietzsche's pretty gross.
There's a guy I want you to watch, Matt. I think you'll dig his channel.
With my sister. That makes me gross. He still contributed a lot.
Wow, apparently, and she swallowed it. Anyway, let's go.
Bending. All right, everybody, have a great evening. Thank you for being here, and we will see you guys again Tuesday night for another Aluminum Spork.
I won't be here.
You won't, but we'll. Okay, I'll see you.
No,
I'll see you as well.
I would appreciate more
Not
if you kind of like showed up and said things because I
Yeah.
haven't seen you in a long time.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Hey, you want to record a video tomorrow?
Oh,
what
that
time?
reminds me, Culture. Your Sunday night time slot is being there's an aggressive takeover happening.
I know. By who?
And he's by the Madster.
I don't know, man. It's these really, really super cool dudes doing a stream called Bros on Film starting next Sunday.
What up? Later, everybody.
Except
Isn't this the intro?
I don't have an outro.
God,
So I just let it run for a few seconds. For Aluminum Spork,
I feel like Grant.
I do have an outro.
Grant's given the short shrift.
That was a good enough outro.
No, I got the old intro.
But
you can set it to where it plays automatically.
You are on the show tomorrow night. You're also supposed to edit the monologue.
Well, send it to me.
Mad
dick.
What a dick. Later.
What time
everybody.
does yours start?
What time does it start?
It's at night.
It's at night, everybody.
So is mine starting next Sunday.
Keep talking through this or they'll copyright strike.
Well, then why even play this? We can just end it.
Because I dig it.
I feel like well, we saw tinfoil tonight for sure.
Yes.
I'll be on Vineyards channel tomorrow night. We're reviewing episodes 4 through 6 of season 2 of Arcane.
Oh,
wait,
there
what
you go.
channel is that?
Vinny Arts.
Vinny.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, good dude. Good dude.
I like Vinny.
Great artist.
You know what YouTuber I hate and everybody seems to love?
Who's that? Good night, everybody.